There is an old saying that says, there is nothing hidden that shall not be revealed. And of course, the truth have got a way of just popping up when it least expected. Coming up. Stuart James Scharnick. You will remember that. Okay, Stuart James Scharnick. That guy right there, exactly. Well, you will remember that crime intelligence head General Dumisani Kumalo has previously testified at Madlanga Commission of Inquiry and, of course, implicated Scharnick, that Scharnick has a criminal history, including carjacking and vehicle theft. You remember that, right?
So a quick profile of the owner of the car. As I've mentioned, Mr. James is having a total of 34 cases. He was found guilty on 18 of them, and 11 were withdrawn, and 5 he was found not guilty. That is the profile as per our systems of the owner of the car. Now,
the owner of the Toyota Baki?
Yes.
And if we, okay, so the 18, total of 34 cases against him, and in which he was found guilty in 18.
And of course, Stuart James Scharnick has since emerged and denied all those cases.
Just to clarify about the convictions that he spoke about, the 18 convictions is part of one case. I have one conviction pertaining to those cases, and those cases are from 2011 and 2012. I was given a suspended sentence and a fine to pay. I've served the suspended sentence and I've paid the fine. In our South African constitution, I'm a free man. I have no other cases that are pending against me. I'm not involved in crime syndicates. And furthermore, General Kumalo knows that. The fact that he's chosen to mislead the Madlanga Commission leads me to believe one of two things. He's either trying to run a narrative or he's desperate, because everything that they've been painting previously is not tying up.
And not only that, he even went on to open a case against General Dumisani Kumalo. Confidently so, okay?
Iman, I am in fact joined by the man of the moment. Stuart, thank you so much for your time this morning. I can see papers in hand, documents. You are ready to lay those charges. But talk to us about those charges. What exactly are you coming to the police station for, and what are you accusing General Kumalo of?
Well, morning to you and your viewers. Number one, we've got to start with the lies that he put on record, that I've been convicted of 18 hijackings. I haven't been convicted of one hijacking in my life. I've got my records from the LCRC just down the road. And if General Kumalo had any intelligence, as the head of intelligence, he would have picked up the phone and phoned the LCRC, which keeps the records of all the cases. Simply because he hasn't done that and he's misled the commission by lying under oath, we felt compelled to charge him. But he's also caused irreparable damage to myself and my family, and he will be sued accordingly. My legal team is now preparing papers, and we will be taking this matter even further than just the criminal cases that we are opening this morning.
Now talk to me about those charges. I understand it's 3 charges that you're billing against the general today.
Yes, this morning I'll be opening charges of perjury. The second charge would obviously be contravention of the POPIA Act and defeating the ends of justice. Once my legal team had gone through his statements and his affidavits, we carefully studied what he testified on the day and the information that he presented at the Madlanga Commission, and we felt fit to raise these 3 matters criminally, as well as we are now preparing to sue him civilly as well, and we will incorporate the minister in that legal claim.
And talk to us a little bit about the other statements that he's made in regards to putting you as a questionable figure that has close proximity to a, suspended National Police Commissioner. I mean, you are a convicted criminal. You've also, of course, acknowledged this yourself. Is this an attempt to clear your name, or do you really feel as though these cases will hold water?
Well, I'm confident about the cases that we're opening. But what I can tell you about Lieutenant General Kumalo, he knows me as long as I know Lieutenant General Sibiya. I know him for more than 3 years. My last communication with him was in 2024. I actually sent messages to some of his operatives that are in the field. to explain to them that their names and surnames and cell phone numbers are contained in this affidavit, and it might compromise their safety and the safety of their family. But they're more than welcome to speak to their boss and remind him how well he knows me.
You've spoken about a civil case. How much money would you be pursuing in that matter?
When we do launch that the civil matter, we will have a media briefing with the legal team. We will set it out openly and we'll move from there, because my constitutional rights as well have been trampled by this man, and his lack of intelligence and what he said is borderline idiotic. And the fact that he said it in front of the Madlanga Commission is shocking. I have never been convicted of hijacking in my life, and yet I'm labeled as a serial hijacker.
Well, Stuart will be accompanying you inside the police station as you lay those charges.
Yeah. I love the confidence of this Sharnick guy. I love his confidence. He's so sure of himself, right? He's so sure of himself, isn't he? Then yesterday, Major General Anthony Gopaul from KZN drops a bomb on Stuart James Scharnick. That the reason why Stuart James Scharnick is so confident like that is because he Nicodemously went and spoke to one of the corrupt cops that works in the office where they keep their record to do what? To alter and to delete all those records that are criminally implicating James Scharnick. So the whole point why Scharnick is so confident like this is because he thought even if Kumalo can try to go and check on the records, he won't find any records that implicates him. Hence this Scharnick guy is pressing charges to say, I want to nail this Kumalo because I know for sure even if he goes and dig there, he's not going to find anything, right? But only to find that the system has got a back end. In other words, a backup system. In other words, this guy thought he deleted everything, but the records never left the system. Listen to Major General Anthony here breaking it all down for us. Listen to this.
During the process of profiling Mr. Scharnick, we had to understand there's a number of things that comes up that makes us ask some questions. One of them is this issue of him having a criminal conviction where he says that he's cleared of that, he doesn't have a criminal record. When we look at the criminal record system, I'm unfortunately here to tell you that during the month of January this year, we went into the system to do an audit of this part of his information. In our course of doing this preliminary investigation, on the 16th of January, at 16:58 in the afternoon of that day, a particular employee of the South African Police Services went into the criminal record system and made some adjustments to the benefit of Mr. Stuart Scharnick. That's why Mr. Scharnick is so confident to say there'll be nothing on the system. Unfortunately, the particular employee didn't understand the full extent of auditing side of the back end of systems. And on the back end of systems, the transactions which he deleted reflects and remains on the back end of the system. Further, we would want to indicate there was some indication that you can apply for an expansion of a conviction, and such expansion then you get an approval and it then can be taken off the system, which is correct. You can, but there are certain provisions and conditions in certain offenses, and the fine cannot exceed a certain amount of money. In his case, it was 150,000 rand as a fine. The threshold was 20,000 rand. So there's no way one would suggest that he could have obtained an expansion of these offenses from his criminal record. It's possible, yes, on some of the assault cases which is older than 10 years and those type of things where there's option of a fine and no imprisonment, but not on that instance where the fine is higher than 20,000 rand. So those are still there on the back end of the system, which we have discovered. And I want to indicate that the entire forensic side of the system investigation will now be continuing to bring that evidence forward and to hold an employee accountable.
Sharnick, my man. But guys, we could tell, I mean, this guy is he's a close associate with General Sibiya. When this Sharnick guy came up trying to defending himself against Kumalo, you could tell that this guy is a liar. This guy is a criminal of note. He's lying, right? So now, the reason why he's so confident like that is because he thought the record had been deleted, but only to find that that cop didn't do due diligence. Oh my goodness. Okay guys, I mean, to those of you who might not know how computers work, you see, when you delete something in a computer, don't think that just because you deleted something in a computer, the thing is gone. It's not entirely gone. You may still find that in a recycle bin or somewhere in the system. So this is exactly what happened. Hey Sharnick. Hey Sharnick. The confidence, guys, the confidence, Sharnick's confidence just gets into me big time. It just cracks me. You've got no idea. Anyway, what do you think, guys? Let me have your comment below. And of course, if you are coming for the first time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.